All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, everybody, welcome on in NorCal Sports Network. Big night for NorCal Sports Network as the show topples 3,000 subs onward and upward as NorCal Sports continues to put out content, and we thank a lot of people for that. And all three of these other guys in the squares and Los will be joining us shortly. We want to thank all you guys for that. Guys, we also want to thank our sponsor. We have a couple of paid sponsors, and we like to give them a shout out to Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, over at, let's see if we can find their number. There it is, 415-613-9483. Give them a call. And if you see this hoodlum walking around your neighborhood and you think he might be a threat to you, give Chapman Law Group a call. Say there's a guy with sunglasses in the area. He doesn't look like he belongs. Call Chapman Law Group.
You talking about me? You talking about me already?
Oh, yeah. Man, perfect segue. Thanks, Los.
Always the Latin guy.
So yeah, real quick, Dan, tell people about the giveaway so I can hop out of here because 5 looks weird on here.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Isn't the 5? Isn't that a pretty big show? The 5, huh? Yeah. All right. Anyway, we've got a giveaway tonight, guys. These are one of them's kind of corny a little bit. It's an old Cleveland. It's not old. It's new, but it's a Cleveland Indians hat. See, we've even got the little sticker right there. There it is, certified new.
Are you if you work for the channel, are you ineligible?
Ooh, I don't think this is a small hat. I don't think it'll fit that melon of yours, man.
It'll fit me. It'll fit
Bora.
It won't fit Ryan, that's for sure.
And I've only put it on I've only put it on for display on the show, and there's no possibility of lice, guys. Look. Clean shaven today as of like an hour ago. Just buzzed it off myself. There we go.
That's scary, man.
Yeah. So we got this here. That's one giveaway. That was supposed to be at 2,500 subs. Now we're at 3,000. You know what? We're going to have to rack up the prizes. We're going to be at 4,000 in a couple weeks the way this channel's growing.
There you go.
What do we got for 3,000, producer Ryan?
3,000 we got here for all the Niners fans. We got a 49ers official.
We got a tag on that to show them that it's actually new.
Yep. Where is the tag? We got the Bregman NFL team. Just got it yesterday.
What's the size?
Perfect for the game on Sunday.
We will be shipping that to anybody who wins. So, Dan, just tell everyone the instructions now.
Yeah, now what do you got to do? First of all, you've got to be in the chat, right? That's number one, right? And like the what do you got to like a video or something? Put a remark?
Yeah, so three-step process. It's in the YouTube if you forget. So it's in the chat. You just got to enter in the giveaway. All you got to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment giveaway on this video, and then we will get your name down with the number. And then here towards the end of the video, I will re-enter and I won't re-enter. I will give Dan a list, and at the end of the video, Dan will pick a number which will be correlated with this list I give him, and
So sign up, get your name in there. Put the Ryan's just going to go down the list. Who's ever put giveaway in the what do they put in the giveaway in one of the videos?
Just in this video. Just in this live stream. Just say giveaway.
In this live stream. Okay. In this live stream, put giveaway. We'll give you a number, 1 through whatever we get. We can only go up to 100. No, we can go past 100. We can go past 100.
Right.
But go ahead and put your name in, and if Greg Dayton, you want to enter in as Greg and Dreg, we're cool with that. You can enter twice, Dreg and Greg. Go ahead. You can get 2 shots at winning. That's
perfect. Thanks for it.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the No Censorship Network.
Okay, cool. Well, that's it for me, guys. I will be there. Put your name in the or put giveaway in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. And
all right, we got DTG, we got Spencer, we got Rob C. Good to see you, Rob. Appreciate your comment on the video about Corbin Burnes. Yes, I did see that. I haven't had a chance to comment, so I'll comment now. Yes, that would be a qualifying offer for Corbin Burnes. So I still would rather have Burnes and screw the draft pick. I'll take Burnes. If Burnes says he wants to sign here and Buster says we can't sign you because we got a qualifying offer, we have to give up a highly touted draft pick and some international money, I'm taking Burnes, man. By the time those draft picks come around, Buster may be gone. So take Burnes. Right, guys?
Exactly.
But I do see your point. Hopefully they sign Snell too. That would be – we're going to get into this. We're going to get into this show here to enter the live giveaway, so we'll leave that up for a little bit. Philip, good to see you. Got the giveaway in there. These 3 gentlemen, I got to thank these 3 gentlemen. These guys have meant a lot to me and NorCal Sports Network. Couldn't do it without them. If it was just me, guys, this show would flounder, absolutely flounder. And I know that. And so I appreciate having their support, their input. These are sports aficionados. Is that the right word? These guys know sports, okay?
Works for me.
Not just one
Degenerates.
sport. Degenerates. There we go. It's Dan and the Degenerates.
Come on, Lou.
Dan and the Degenerates.
Yeah, speak for yourself, man.
So we've got these guys know sports. This is a sports network channel. It's not just a one sports show, as we kind of started off on baseball. Speaking of the show, Eric used to be part of this show. We'd like to give him a shout out and thank him for his contributions to NorCal Sports Network. He was there from almost day one, pretty much. And he contributed a lot, and he's doing his thing now, and we wish him well, and want to thank him for his contributions to NorCal Sports Network. And if in fact, I think we even have some of Eric's footprints still here in the show. I don't remember where it went. I don't see it, but there's one of them that's right here. Okay, that's just a little showing. Remember that? Play the Kids? Yeah. So anyway, a lot of good stuff in here that this show has been chugging along now we started in spring training of 23. So this we're not even 2 full years complete. So
it was March, wasn't it? It was March.
Yeah, March. Basically, yeah, late February, early March, yeah, and we've pretty much already, we should double this thing, and we should be, but the rate we're growing, we could hit 5,000-6,000 in less than a full year to double. We're at 3 now, and we could hit 6 conceivably much quicker than when we doubled from 1,500 to 3,000. In fact, we were at just over 2,000 guys in July, mid-July.
We were just over 2,000. We've added almost 1,000 subs in August, September, October, 4 months. Pretty good growth. So, guys, let's get into this topic tonight. We are going to be discussing I don't know how many free agents. The thumbnail said the top 25, but we'll get to
We'll
as
get to
many
the main ones.
You guys want to start at the top, right from the top, and go one, or
Let's save Soto for the end.
Oh, I was not thinking Soto as the main free agent. I was thinking Thairo Estrada.
I would start at 10 because they're not going to get the top 9. Let's be realistic. You start wherever you want. We'll wing it.
All right. Well, while I'm pulling something up, one of you guys start taking it over.
I'll just we have a bunch of free agents. So I don't know if you guys have a pen or paper, but kind of pick the free agent that's going to that team. There you go, Los. I got a pencil right here.
Such a college student with a pencil. Come on, man.
I like these pencils. I like the pencils. I don't have any pens.
You can erase with a pencil. That's why.
I can.
You make a mistake.
Although my eraser's out.
All right.
I think we're gonna go in a circle and we're gonna pull up the banner of the player, and then we're gonna all give our piece of where they sign. I think that's good. Dan, do you want me to pull it up, or do you got it?
Go ahead. You pull it up. Let's start with. We'll add this number in. You guys, let's go to mate. We'll use MLB's top. How about if we go top 20, and we'll go through these pretty quick. In fact, you know what? I'm going to start it at 17 because that's where Seong Kim is ranked with MLB. We'll start at 17 because I think we all think we know where he's going. So let's start at 17 for this right here. All right, 17. Seong Kim, this is off of MLB.com. They're saying Braves, Giants, Red Sox are potential fits. I know where I think he's going to sign.
Before we get with the guys, Dan, let me just kind of throw this in that let's try to do this exercise and try to actually do, build players that are going to actually help the team win more than put, Well,
this is not just Giants. This is
right.
This is what we think primarily who the Giants going to get, who the Dodgers going to get, and who will other teams get as well. But we're targeting Giants Dodgers a lot.
Yeah, definitely. More than putting people in the seats. Let's try to build a good team based upon what we have right now and what our most biggest needs are. So let's do it.
Okay. Let me move this out of the way here so that we could actually see Bora.
If you want to get rid of the shared screen, I have the banners ready. So.
Oh, okay. Well, let me show you the names. You might want to add a few in here that are on here. Let me show them. We got Seong Kim, 17, 16, Waka, 15, Teoscar. I think you only have to add a few. Evodali, Christian Walker, 13. Shane Bieber, that's interesting. That high, 12. Tanner Scott, 11. And then Flaherty, 10. I think you probably have the rest in here. You probably got, you got Adames. You've got Alonso. The rest you all have. Okay. So you got that, Bora?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll remove the shared screen. That way you'll be visible again, not hidden behind the Secure Money logo. All right, so we're starting at 17, and we're looking at Seong Kim. And let's go reverse order. we'll go Bora, Los, Lou, then me, and then we'll go Los, Bora, and we'll just keep flipping it around.
All right, Ha-Seong Kim. I think it's pretty obvious right now where he's likely to go. It's the Giants. He's been linked to the Giants. A bunch of people have linked him to the Giants. He's best friends with Jung-Ho Lee. That plays a major factor in that. He also fits the team. The team's looking for a shortstop or a second baseman. They don't have a solidified middle infielder. He's a great defender. He's an average to above average offensive player. He doesn't hit for power, but he has speed. He can steal some bases. He can give you gold glove defense at shortstop or second base. He does have his little labrum thing. I think he got surgery for that. And I don't know if he's going to be ready for spring training or even the beginning of the season. I think they were saying like end of March, early April, maybe. I don't 100% know about that though. So he might not get a full off season to prepare. But I kind of see Ha-Seong Kim signing with the Giants.
What was his batting average last year, Bora? Give or take?
Let me look it up right now. His batting average was 233 this year.
Hey, guy, by the way, Bora just picked Ha-Seong Kim to the Giants. Some Giants news today. Buster Posey is bringing back Bobby Evans, former Giants general manager, as a consultant or an advisor, actually. And guys, he's not going to be the general manager. He's not calling the shots. What he's going to be doing, you know what? We don't know exactly what he's going to be doing, but we'll find out because Bobby Evans is going to be coming on the show here in the next few days. Tried to get him on tonight. He said he had a flight, but he's also waiting on the official announcement because it's just been put out there. But Bobby said he will rejoin on our live sometime soon. So I don't know if that'll be this week or early next week, but look for Bobby Evans to come on to NorCal Sports Network. And Robert Boyd was the one that tipped me off first. Thanks. Give a shout out to one of our mods, Robert Boyd. He gave me a quick text, and there it was. I think he may even give me a phone call. So thank you to Robert Boyd. So Bobby Evans here on NorCal Sports Network coming up within the next week, I would say. We'll give him a week. Maybe it's this week. I don't know, depending on his schedule. But Bobby Evans, a friend of NorCal Sports Network, and we are happy to have him on. So what else do we got next? Ha-Seong Kim, it's your turn, Los.
I have mixed feelings on him, honestly. A few days ago, we kind of did our little, what's our plan for the Giants? And my plan was very consistent on investing a lot of the money into starting pitching. That's the quickest and fastest way to turn the team around is get a nasty rotation to possibly compete with the Padres and Dodgers. Probably won't happen in 1 year, but I would like to see more money go. I don't know if I can have 4 years and 60 million or 4 years and 48 million going over to Kim because he's, like Boris said, he's a 230 hitter. I think you all know how I feel about 220 and 230 hitters. He is good friends with Jung-Ho Lee. I understand that could help. But then also this channel also is big about trying not to block young guys. So if we sign Kim, that's probably going to block Fitzgerald or Casey. So I am not a big fan of hypocrites. So I try never to be one. So I'm going to respectfully say pass on Mr. Kim.
Where do you think he signs?
No chance of him going back to San Diego?
There might be a chance, yeah.
I mean, whoever he's not a bad player. He's a solid player. Whichever team is in real need of a starting short. He can only play short. He can't play second.
No, he can play short and second.
Okay, yeah. maybe he might do better going to an American League team that might need a second baseman or a shortstop, maybe Boston or something. I don't know. But just for the Giants' point of view, he's not a bad player. I just want money going towards, the big pitchers that are out there on free agency. And I would like to see what Fitzgerald and Casey and maybe even another sleeper that we're not even talking about, blow up in spring training and maybe take the job.
Mm-hmm. Lou?
Hello, Lou. Is Lou frozen?
I could barely hear you guys. Sorry. I heard Dan speak, but nothing came out. I don't know if we're recording this. Now Dan just froze.
You're up, Lou. Am I frozen?
My turn?
Yeah, your
For
turn.
a second. Is this tonight? Is it being recorded? It's just a little bit different. Everybody's going in and out. I don't think he's coming to us because I don't think the Giants want to wait until May to have somebody there. I think if we do get him, he's going to be a last-second deal. I think the Giants are going to go all in for Adames. I think if they don't get Adames, then they have to get somebody else, and they'll get him. But I think he's going to sign with the Red Sox. He's that type of player. The other thing is he was a great player, but he was actually a fill-in player when Tatis was injured. So he didn't really have the pressure. I don't know if I think he's great filling in, but I know he has the Giants written all over him. Shoulder surgery. He's not 100%, but I don't think Giant fans would be happy with him. Again, I know the Giants are always doing the usual, a safe play. But no, I think if we get him, it'll be a last-second deal. And I think he's going to the Red Sox. I think Adames is our shortstop. We need somebody with power, a presence in the lineup, not someone that's just going to fill the position. If we're going to do that, then let's just stick with the young guys.
I like that, Lou. I do like that. I do think the Giants end up with Seong Kim. I see that as a marriage. I would rather see Adames. I think Adames makes more sense. But I also read today that they're even showing some interest in Gleyber Torres of the Yankees. I want to see Casey Schmidt. Casey Schmidt was on this show last week, guys. If you missed that, go back and check that out. Casey is one of the best defensive players. I'm not just saying this because he's on the show. If you watch his highlights, he's one of the best third basemen, and that will convert over well to second base, especially with his arm turning a double play. Now, shortstop's probably not his greatest position, but I think Casey Schmidt can be a great second baseman for the Giants, and I don't know why you drafted him if you're not going to give him a shot. Look, I'm hearing some reports say that it's going to be Kim at shortstop. I've heard some of the Giants insiders talk about that, or maybe Adames, and that they'll move Fitzgerald over to second. You're just going to squeeze Casey completely out when Casey's the better defender, and you're best using Fitzgerald in a super utility role because guys take days off, and that's what the guy is best suited for. Is he doesn't have the best arm, but he belongs in the lineup. So let's get both these young guys in the lineup, Casey Schmidt and Tyler Fitzgerald. So I'm going to say Seong Kim becomes the shortstop. And I also want to point out one other thing to you guys. I want to show you something that there's a video coming out tomorrow, but I want to show you this thumbnail because I thought Bora did a hell of a job on this. Take a look at that, guys. Be looking for this video tomorrow sometime in the morning. We're going to talk about, we've already done the video. We just got to put it out. We put too many videos out in a day. We throw off the algorithm. So this one will come out tomorrow. Who's going to go into the Hall of Fame class? And I'll give you a little hint. I think it's only one, and you're looking at him. Okay. All right. But that little hint for the tomorrow's video. We'll have a couple out tomorrow. All right, guys. So next we move on to, let me look, who was number 16? Waka?
Michael Waka. Do you want to do Waka? I don't know.
Waka Waka. Let's skip Waka. Let's go right to
real quick on Waka. Casey said when asked who was the nastiest pitcher he faced, he surprisingly said Waka had one of the nastiest changeups he's ever faced. Now I know he hasn't faced a ton of people, but that was interesting to me that he said. I mean, because he's faced a few. He said Waka had and he's known for his changeup, which I think would work well in our board. But I don't know.
Why is there a question mark on there? Mark asked because he's not actually in yet, so he'll be in. But if we take the question mark off, it sounds like he's already been inaugurated. Does that make sense? That's why, right, Bora?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, where did that?
Let's go to Christian Walker.
Yeah, let's go to. You know what is Teoscar was 15 on MLB, but I think he's like top 10. I don't know why.
All right, let's go to Teoscar.
It all depends on Soto because, well, you know what? Los is up first. I'll let him speak. Go ahead, Los.
Up and down career. Had a good year last year with the Dodgers. The year before that with Toronto, I believe he was average.
Yes, and Waka did resign. Yeah. Thank you, George.
Yeah, again, if you sign Hernandez, that could possibly block one of our young outfielders. So depending how spring training works out, if he's still out there and nobody's really established himself, then maybe I might sign him. But as of right now, no, I'll pass on him.
Where do you think he goes?
I'm trying to think of a team that, maybe Cleveland. Maybe Cleveland. I don't know if they have an outfield spot, but Cleveland always struggles to hit in the playoffs, and he's kind of a proven at least commodity, at least in the playoffs. So maybe a contender that needs another bat. I mean, maybe Cleveland comes to mind right off the top of my head. I think he's an American League guy, honestly, more than a National League guy. I don't know.
Lou, what's your take?
I think he's going to the Braves.
I think
he's going to the Braves, and I know Dan had a video that he almost guaranteed the Dodgers are going to win it, but the Braves get him. They get the former MVP back. They maybe get another good arm. Don't count out the Atlanta Braves. Last year they were missing one of the best players in the league. They struggled. They had up and downs. With them healthy, they're going to be dangerous. That's why I think, the Giants don't have a chance to be a wild card because nobody's talking about these other good teams that are getting healthy now. So I think he's going to the Braves, and the Braves are going to be solid.
Replacement for Soler. That's a good call.
This is really difficult because if Soto, and he's going to be our last guy we cover. So I said all along, Soto possibility to the Dodgers. Supposedly he met with the Dodgers today. Don't know. But if he meets with the Dodgers and the numbers are close and he starts hearing all about what they can do, don't count the Dodgers out. I've been telling you that day one. I think I may have been one of the first guys in on the Dodgers, telling you that the Dodgers may get Soto, but it also might be just bluffing and then driving the price up. Teoscar is going to be a Dodger if Soto signs elsewhere. And I think LA will go hard after Soto and they will put a deadline on him because they don't want to lose both Soto and Teoscar. So I think this Soto deal I said at the winter meetings, this thing could get wrapped up before December. Because once Soto falls, the whole domino effect is just going to go. So I'm going to say Teoscar to the Dodgers. But if if Soto goes to the Dodgers, I'm going to say I like Lou's pick to the Braves. I really do. I think they need some outfield. Asuna's a DH only. They need outfielders, and don't count out the Mets either with him.
I'm saying that the Dodgers are going to re-sign Teoscar. He looked like he had so much fun this year, just playing with the guys. And I know that doesn't mean much because at the end of the day, it's a business, and if you get, it's all about the money. But sneak peek, I don't think the Dodgers get Soto. Therefore, I think Teoscar goes to the Dodgers.
Who's next, Bora?
Let's go. Christian
Lou, you're
Walker.
up. Christian Walker, Arizona Diamondbacks. Lou,
Boy,
you reading the odds on your bookie? What?
no, I was about to see what the Braves were. I would love for him to be a Giant. We need a first baseman. We don't have a first baseman. I'm sick and tired of late night Lamont. We would take him away from Arizona where we wouldn't have to worry about him. I think he's just got it so good. But with that saying, the Giants are cheap. They're not going to go after him. I think he is going to go to an American League team, and it's one of the American League teams that don't get Soto. So that could be someone like Toronto. That could be, even Tampa Bay, someone like that. So I'm going to say a team, in the American League East, maybe even Boston. But, I wish the Giants, I'm so sick and tired of everyone saying that Oracle Park isn't good for hitters. He would make this place look small. So, unfortunately, he's going American League because the Giants are too cheap. And to tell you the truth right now, we have no clue what the Giants are doing, so they're all over the place. They're not even in rumors. So, the only news, we have a consultant. We have a GM that nobody likes since he's related to Tommy Lasorda, and he's in the organization. So American League East team.
All right, American League East team. All right. So Christian Walker, I like your idea with the Giants simply because he would fill a need, but I think it's going down to, like you said, one of the American League East teams, Red Sox or Yankees. Depends on what happens to Alonso as well. That factors in. If Alonso stays with the Mets, if not, you could have a Walker Mets possibility. But here's one that is a possibility. The Houston Astros. So I think you're right being an American League team because and Walker's a dynamite first baseman, by the way, guys. He's one of the best in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's
a Gold Glove winner too.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. So he would kill it in Houston, that down there. So I'm going to say Astros.
Okay. Lou, I like your AL East. I'm going to go with the Yankees. Anthony Rizzo is pretty much washed. It's safe to say he's all the way washed. And the Yankees need that first baseman. We saw in the playoffs, their defense was horrible. And that's one of the reasons why they lost the World Series. They just could not play fundamental defense. And I think Christian Walker would help boost that up. He would immediately, he would be so successful in New York because he'd be protected by Aaron Judge. And it's not the biggest field. I can see New York. I'm going to say New York.
Interesting. Good pick. Who is next on our list? Is it Nathan Evaldi?
You forgot Los.
Oh, well, yeah. Sorry, Los.
Man.
Didn't recognize you without the glasses.
You want me to put them back on?
Yeah, you're a little too white, man.
Oh, God. Hey, it's not 90 degrees in Arizona anymore. Give me a break. Hey, Christian Walker, I would not mind him as a Giant at all. He might be my favorite everyday player, realistic everyday player to sign for the Giants because he's.
I like realistic. Yeah, realistic.
Yeah, realistic. And he is in a position of great need. First base, cleanup hitter. I think to lose point, I think his power would serve well at that ballpark, and he would hit over 30 bombs. I don't think he's a huge strikeout. I think he's not quite at Chapman's level, but he does strike out quite a bit, but that's okay for a number 4 hitter. Chapman's a 7 hitter. That's why there's no understanding that he strikes out as much as he does. So I would love Walker to be a Giant. If he doesn't go here, I'm thinking he ends up in Baltimore because I think they're going to lose Santander at first and lose some power there. And a sleeper is the Kansas City Royals. I think they kind of surprised everybody, not only in how they performed last year, made the playoffs, got by the first round of the playoffs, but also they spent money last year. They went after some pitching, and they're not the cheap, like no budget Kansas City Royals anymore. Whoever their owner is will spend money. So I'd say the Royals or the Orioles get Walker if the Giants don't.
Yeah, and Christian Walker is age 33, turns 34 right around opening day next year. He, though, is a late bloomer, in my opinion. Let's take a look real quickly at Christian Walker's stats. And we look here at age 28 was his first breakout year. He hit 29 home runs and in 2019. Of course, you could say, well, that was the year of the juice ball, but look what he did in 22. He hit 36 and then 33 and then last year 26, but he missed a lot of games last year. He only played last year in 130 games, so he missed 32 games. You add, 30 more games, he's probably hitting another 6-7 home runs, and he's following that up with another 32, 33 home run output. I do like Christian Walker. The thing that bothers me, guys, about Dr. Dilly in the house with the giveaway. Welcome, Dr. Dilly. Good to see you. The thing that upsets me with the Giants mindset is you cannot say, well, we've got Bryce Eldridge, so we can't go sign Christian Walker for 2 or 3 years. You know what? Sign Walker and figure it out when Eldridge is ready. Maybe you trade Walker. Maybe you make him your DH. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or heck, if Eldridge struggles in the field, nothing wrong with making Eldridge a DH for a year or two. He's got plenty of time. I know he's only going to be 21 or so when he's 20, 21 years of age. But if defense is an issue, his bat is what's going to play. So don't be afraid to sign him.
I'm going to disagree with you just on that point, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
If the Giants were in playoff contention every year and they had a win now roster, then I would be in agreement with you. Just get the best possible player and figure out a way to play him. To me, the Giants are very serious about Bryce Eldridge, and rightfully so. He's their best prospect. He's like top 30 prospect in all of baseball. He has
I don't think he's top 30 yet, is he?
He's in that 30 range, I think.
Let's take a look and see. He might be.
He has high expectations set for him. So to me, if you're the Giants, I don't want anything blocking Bryce Eldridge. I don't want anything blocking him. Just because, and you said it before, Christian Walker is a Gold Glove defender. He's won a Gold Glove. He has a great glove. I wouldn't want to waste him at DH, and I wouldn't want to put Bryce Eldridge at the DH position because I don't want my number one overall prospect to be a DH. I want him to be a fielder. I want him to play the field. So if he's a first baseman, I want him to play first base. Don't mess with him. I don't think first base is that hard of a position to to learn. He should be able to learn it, but you kind of got to go through that struggle if he does struggle. Again, if the Giants were the Dodgers or the Braves or the Phillies, and they had this win now roster, then I would be all for it. Just get
you make some good points
possible.
You make some good points, and I can see that. It really depends on what lane the Buster decides to choose.
Exactly.
To pick. Mm-hmm. Is he going to try to win in 25 and build a winning team to try and make the playoffs, or is he going to accumulate some young assets and try to, be a perennial winner going down, later on down the road? Mm-hmm. And, Dilly says the same thing with you. He agrees. I don't think that getting an aging Walker would be advantageous for our team right now. Eldridge, you're right, is 35. I just looked it up. If you guys want to, interestingly, MLB prospects top 100, Dylan Cruz of the Washington Nationals right there at the top. Max Clark at 6. He's a masher. Marcelo Mayer, Boston Red Sox. That's a guy I would love to have.
The Red Sox have a lot of guys.
Yep. There's your Kobe Mayo at 8 that I think the Giants could have went out and got before they signed Matt Chapman last year, but they went that route instead. Jason Dominguez, another name, 14. Basalo, another Oriole. Look at these guys, AAA. Kobe Mayo, MLB. These guys, the Orioles have a lot to choose from. Cubs have a good farm system. 35, there you go, Bryce Eldridge. They're saying 2026. I think he makes an appearance sometime in 25. I personally don't think he may come up till later in the season.
We got $20 riding on that, Dan.
Oh, you have him starting opening day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just pay up right now.
All right, we'll see. Be patient.
I don't know. I mean, Bora wasn't on the live stream. Me and Dan, I believe, were on where I mentioned that on Will Clark's live stream, Will Clark worked with Eldridge and said his bat is not a problem right now at the major league level.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But
it's all about the defense.
But his glove needs a lot of work. Is Will Clark's words. His glove needs a lot of work. So there's a chance the Giants need a bat in their lineup, and they'll probably
Dr. Dilly. This guy knows baseball. You get a first baseman power bat. They have to be young enough to slide to DH long term, i.e., Alonso, Vladdy, Miller. Yep.
Right.
You're right, Dr. Dilly. Hey, this guy finished second place in the NorCal Sports Fantasy Baseball League. He was right on my tail, or I should say I was chasing him most of the year. So Dilly, he put together a good team. He knows what he's talking about. All right. Let's see. Anthony Santander. There's a lot of, don't be surprised. Am I up now?
Yeah.
Is it me? Yeah. Don't be surprised if Santander signs with a team that is maybe not on the hot list of free agents. And I'm going to say Santander. Where am I going to put him? I'm going to pick a team that nobody's really picking. Well, I should say nobody, but Los, you called it earlier with the Guardians for Teoscar. I think Teoscar ends up with the Dodgers, and that this may be the spot for Santander. The Guardians need some pop in that outfield. They added Lane Thomas, and they've got Quan, who's not a power hitter. Lane Thomas has some pop, but they don't really have much pop elsewhere in the outfield. And they're looking to move Josh Naylor, is what I'm hearing. And if Josh Naylor gets traded, you got to replace that power. So I'm taking this as my team, and my dark horse is the Detroit Tigers.
Okay. I'm going to say the Kansas City Royals get Anthony Santander. The Royals.
That was my other one, Bora. I was going to pick them, but you know what? I thought Los said Guardians, and I thought, yeah, there you go.
The Royals, like Los said, kind of surprised a lot of people last year. And they've proven that they're willing to spend. They extended Bobby Witt. I'm pretty sure they did. I'm almost positive they extended Bobby Witt. And then they got Michael Wacha and Seth Lugo last year. They've already extended, apparently, Michael Wacha. So he's locked up. I can see them spending money. There's rumors that they're going to get a new stadium soon, so that's going to boost it up. They're going to be competing for that in that AL Central division for a long time. And I can definitely see Santander going to the Royals.
Okay. Good pick. Good pick. What do you got, Los? I don't see him coming to the San Francisco. Originally, I thought so, but
No.
that he might be the guy, but I don't see it.
I'm going to say he goes to the Mets. They got to the NLCS. They got to the NLCS with an outfield of Nemo, Siri, and Marte. That's not exactly an all-star outfield. And they have an owner that has very, very deep pockets.
Very.
And I bet Santander would love to play under the bright lights of New York. So
hey guys,
they're very.
I want to jump in real quick with something before you finish because I want to get this moving. We've got this we're going to be giving away shortly. We've got 15 registered that have put giveaway. We're also giving away a 49er sweatshirt. All you have to do is put in the chat, just put giveaway, okay? Comment giveaway. Ryan is in the background putting in the numbers. So far, 15 have put in. Look, it's a collector's item. Maybe it's worth some money. I don't know. It's the old Chief Wahoo of the Cleveland Indians. So,
Major League.
Yeah. This hat, we'll put it in the mail. We'll pick the winner here.
Tucson Toros.
And it is an adjustable hat, but it's a small hat. It fits me barely, and I have a small head. I wear a small, medium size hat with my my 3900s that I buy. All my hats are small, medium. So maybe if you got a big head, you didn't put in giveaway. I don't know. There we go. Some giveaways. All right, giveaway. There we go. Put giveaway because we're going to pick whoever's got the giveaways. We're going to assign you the same number. He's already got 15 numbers assigned, 16 now, 17. So we got 91 people watching on YouTube, another 40 on X, some other spots. So overall, we've got over 130 plus watching, but the majority of you are in YouTube, and the giveaways can only be from the people in YouTube. So please hit giveaway. Thank you, Mark and Killas, OTB, and Robert Boyd. Everybody who wants, we want to give these prizes away. And we got a really nice 49er sweatshirt or hoodie sweatshirt. So hoodie. All right, Lo, sorry about that. You were saying on Santander.
New York Mets. That's my
New York Mets. So is that your second Met?
No, that's my first one.
Okay.
I had the Orioles and the Royals with some other players. I mean, basically my philosophy on free agents and spending big time money is you should be a team that should be, in contention right now and close to winning a championship. I don't believe teams that are in the lower brackets and not very good should be spending a lot of money on free agents because that's not a quick way to get your team better. Getting your team better is drafting well and developing your young players. And when you get to be really good, that you're a piece or two away, that's when you get and spend money on a free agent. So I expect him to go to a contender, and I'm going to pick the Mets.
George makes a comment. I heard today the Giants may be looking at Alex Bregman for second base.
I heard that too.
No way. Don't sign a 10, 11-year deal. There's no way you give him a 10, 11-year deal and you just gave Chapman a 6-year deal. You're going to be paying way too much for both of those guys. If you wanted to give a 6-year deal, I'm fine with giving it to Bregman, but not 10, 11-year deal.
Bregman's like 30, 32, 33. Right?
Bregman's 30, I think. I think he's just turning 30.
Okay.
Dilly says, totally fine saying Bregman is second as long as they sign Kim to play short. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Bregman somehow leaves
We'll
the
get to
Astros.
Bregman.
Bregman comes to the Giants or anywhere else, I think Casey Schmidt might get dealt to the Astros because they would need a third baseman. Why would you not take a young third baseman who can pick it as well as anybody in the game? Okay. What's next?
Loose last answer.
Lou, you got Santander.
He's going to a team that's going to surprise everyone next year that nobody's talking about, that I've already bet at 12-1 to make the playoffs. The Washington Nationals.
Oh.
That's where he's going. And if he doesn't go there and the Dodgers don't get Soto and they lose Hernandez, he's going to go to L.A.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
So the Nationals, if not, the Dodgers.
And guys, when we get to Sasaki, it'll be interesting because Sasaki, I don't think is going to sign until after January 15th because it benefits his team from Japan, gets more money, and Sasaki gets more money as well because of the what do you call it? The international pool money.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to Walker Buehler.
Walker Buehler.
I think I start again.
You start, yeah.
I'm gonna say Walker Buehler is gonna sign with the Giants. I like Walker.
Does he have a
Buehler.
qualifying offer? No, he doesn't. He doesn't, does he?
No, I don't think he does.
Nope.
I like Walker Buehler. He's coming off Tommy John. He threw in the playoffs. He was a little shaky. He was a little rusty, but he closed it out. I like him. He's not going to be too expensive just because he's coming off the Tommy John surgery. You'll probably get him for a 1 or 2 year deal. Can be your 3, 4, or 5 if he has to be. And I don't think he's going to be too expensive. I'm going to say Walker Buehler goes to the Giants.
You know, one guy we don't have on here that might become a Giant. I don't know if he has a qualifying offer, but does Jerks and Profar have a qualifying offer?
No, I think he's just a free agent.
I like him.
I think the Giants, he's not on our top 15, but I'm going to add him as a potential Giant. Jerks and Profar. So, Los, you're up with Walker Buehler.
Well, I'm consistent about building this starting rotation into a monster. And, you know, if they can't get some of the big boys, he's right underneath them. And like Boris said, you don't have to commit 7 to 8 years with him. You can probably get him for 1 to 3 years at a reasonable price. So
right,
I would love for him to get to the Giants. And if he doesn't, I'm going to take a swing and say he goes to the Texas Rangers.
Okay.
Who had a down year after a world championship and could probably use a good arm to go along with. God, DeGrom, that guy is injured, and hopefully he comes back. And yeah, their rotation is nothing to brag about. So I'll say if he doesn't come to the Giants, I'll say he goes to Texas.
Lou, you're up.
All right. I thought of this one.
He's going to say who I'm going to say. Don't say who.
What better way, with Kershaw retiring, take their best stud and go to San Diego, the San Diego Padres.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. Good pick. Good pick. I would like to see him come to
He's that type of guy. The Dodgers aren't going to offer him what he wants. Fine. I'll go to San Diego. I'm young. He'll fit right in. It'll make the rivalry even better. I mean, I'd love him to be a Giant, but no. So I'd
love to see him be a Giant too. Me too, but I'm going to say the Atlanta Braves. They're going to lose Max Fried. They're going to try and sign a couple of pitchers. They're going to go after maybe a Burnes, or they'll go after Sasaki too. They'd like to get young guys. But, the fact is that the money is not an issue because you can only go so high with your international pool. So I think the Braves are going to try and get a couple more pitchers, and Buehler's playoff tested, World Series tested. Atlanta Braves, Walker Buehler.
Okay. Do you want to do Nathan Evaldi?
Sure.
All right, Nathan Evaldi.
Quickly, we'll go. Los, you're up. He was with Texas last year.
It's 35, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like him for the Giants. I want a little bit of a
no qualifying offer
that can build up. I'm going to say he goes to the Braves. I'm going to say he replaces. The Braves need, like Lou said, if they're going to get some people back, they're a proven commodity. Good chance they make the playoffs. They want a guy that's a proven postseason, money pitcher, which Evaldi is. So
he turns 35 in February.
Yeah, I say he goes to the Braves on like a 2-year deal.
Okay. Lou.
He's going to go to the Mets. He will be replacing Sean Manaea.
Okay, I got him going to the Mets
Sean
too.
Manaea is going to be gone. They need a good arm. There he goes. He goes to the Mets.
Yeah, I'm saying he goes to the Mets as well. Possible reunion in Boston too.
You just took my. I'm going to say he goes to Boston. Yeah, a little reunion in Boston. Boston needs a little starting pitching. Could be the back end of their rotation. Be a mentor to some of the younger guys. I'm going to say Boston.
There you go. Who is next?
Let's go with Alex Bregman.
Alex Bregman. Lou, I think you're the man up. As he studies the time machine. Look at Lou. Look at Lou. He's putting things through the machine. He's spitting it out. His bookie is telling him.
He's only 31, and he has proven a winner. He's a World Series champion. But, he's so used to playing in the American League. I could see him going to a team that needs a bat that has great pitching, and that is the Seattle Mariners.
That's a good pull.
It's good. I like the way Lou does this. And that is, he's just got it down. He's like a professional almost. It's like too good for this show. I'm going to say Alex Bregman stays with the Astros and that they may end up trading this season. Maybe they try to trade Kyle Tucker away.
Okay. I'm going to say Alex Bregman goes to the Dodgers. The Dodgers, with Max Muncy getting older, they kind of need a third baseman. He's stated that he's willing to go to second base. They have Gavin Lux at second base. I don't know if he's the long-term option there. If the Dodgers are the one team that will give him the 10 or 11 year deal that he's asking for, they'll do that. No questions asked. He's a good player. And then my backup pick is the Philadelphia Phillies, because the Phillies do not like Alec Boehm, and they are, I think, actively shopping Alec Boehm. So if they trade Alec Boehm, I could see them picking up Alex Bregman.
Yeah, Phillies.
Well, when a third baseman comes up for trade rumors, not coming to the Giants.
Standard.
Giants have locked that position down. It wouldn't matter if they had Rafael Devers was on the trade deadline. He said he wanted to go to the Giants. They'd be like, we don't have room for Devers. We got Chapman, and we signed him to a no trade. So did we finish that, or is Los?
Los.
All right, I'm going to go really, really, and I mean with a capital R, really outside the box on this one. That's what I like to do. I like to read some picks like this. I'm going to say he goes because he's won championship already. And I've seen this type of player before that has won championship and been a part of a winning team that just wants the maximum contract. I don't care about winning. I want money. And the team that is known for giving the worst contracts in probably baseball history for guys around 29 to 30 years is, drumroll, Los Angeles Angels are going to sign Bregman. You watch. You watch. He's won already. He wants his money. He wants his money. He's going to be just like, who's the shortstop for the third baseman for the Nationals that won MVP?
Rendon.
Rendon.
Boom. He's going to go to the Angels. He wants money. He's going to go
the same mistake.
Yeah. He's going to go to the highest contract. Hey, and
when
when he signs with the Angels, you don't want me on that show because that's a long shot. I'm picking a 40-1 long shot here, guys. I'm going to say and if it's not the Angels, it's going to be some other team that is not a contender.
I could see the Yankees too.
He wants the biggest contract. He doesn't.
They got Chisholm over there at third. They don't.
Yeah,
they can move him. Yeah.
He wants
Yankees
the biggest
would be
contract.
Yankees. Yeah.
Look, guys, there's a lot of players that are 29, 30, 31 years old that they've made pretty good money in their career.
Mm-hmm.
But if they can get a team like the Angels or whoever to give them, God forbid, 9 or 10 years at 25 to 30 million a year, and they've already won a championship, they're taking that. They're taking that.
And you get to reside in Newport Beach.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want that?
Nice. Yeah. Who's the first star? Who's the first star to fall? Who signs first?
It has to be Soto, right? He's the tipping.
Doesn't have to be, but I mean, the fact that Boris has all these guys, and I think that, Soto leaves the Yankees, that opens the door up for more money for the Yankees for some of Boris's clients, like Bregman, like Alonso, to replace some power.
Hey guys, my Bregman picks for the Angels. I mean, he's linked to the Giants, so obviously he wants to go to a team that doesn't win. So that gives me more credits to go to the Angels. The Angels are just going to offer more money than the Giants.
Well, there you go. George says if Bregman gets 10 years to the Angels, Perry Maniason better call his brother Zach for a clubhouse job. Yeah.
I know it's a reach, George, but yeah, why not?
All right.
I think Max Fried is
I think the first pitcher will be Max Fried.
Yeah.
You guys think that?
I
think the first pitcher to go is Blake Snell.
Yeah, he don't want to be the last man standing this year, does he?
Who's going to make more money, Fried or Snell?
I think they're going to have like very similar contracts.
Yeah. They're going to go boom, boom.
Whoever goes first, the second guy's going to have like a couple million over him.
I bet you that what'll happen wouldn't surprise me if the second one got a little just slightly more. I don't know, because think about this. The same teams that are in on Snell are going to be in on Fried, and whoever loses, Boris is going to go back to the two or so that lose, and they're going to go, well, shoot, we lost one. We got to get the other lefty. Boom. Give it a couple.
All of you would take Snell over Fried, wouldn't you?
I would.
Lou?
I'd rather have Fried.
Me too.
He's healthier. I think he's accomplished a lot more.
I'd rather have Fried. You know, I am not going to be a hypocrite again and start getting on Snell's bandwagon. You know how I feel about Snell. I called him right last year, and I don't care how good he was for 2 months. What was his record at the end of the year? How many wins did he have? 3? They paid $30 million for 3 wins. I was right. Sorry, I don't want Snell. He's too inconsistent for me. I want 7 months of good pitching, not 6 weeks. Give me Max Fried. That is my number one free agent I want the Giants to get. Number one.
All right, who's starting with the Snell topic?
I think that was.
Well, Dan asked
who went for Bregman? First. Who went first with Bregman? Was that Lou? Earth to Lou.
Yeah, I think so. I think I went first. So it's you, Dan.
Okay. All right. Blake Snell. Wow.
You asked who went first. I said I did. So it's your turn, Dan.
I know. I'm going. Blake Snell is gonna sign somewhere back east. I got a feeling this year, and if the Burnes could be the first to go too.
Mm-hmm.
If Burnes leaves, that puts more pressure. Baltimore's in a win now mode because they don't need anything else but pitching.
They need hitting. They don't hit in the playoffs.
Well, that's true, but they're young and they're gonna hit.
In the regular season.
Snell, wow. How many? Hope Springs Eternal says he's going to the Dodgers. The Dodgers might as well just pick 5 or 6 guys and just like have a 25-man roster that's all-stars. I think this is such a crapshoot. Are we not guessing, guys? Most of us.
I know where he's going. I have inside sources.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Text me. I'm gonna say that Blake Snell goes to I'm going to say the Orioles. How's that?
All right. Blake Snell will go to the San Francisco Giants. I'm not going to guarantee it, but I feel strongly about that. There was the article that came out today or yesterday, I think, like some anonymous executive or insider that suggested Snell was going to the Giants. I see a reunion with them. He had a great time in San Francisco. He likes the West Coast. He lives in Seattle. I don't see him going to Seattle. So the next closest destination is San Francisco.
He kind of looks like he might like a little bit of the loose California laws when it comes to well, we'll just leave it at that. Isn't he kind of look like he enjoys some of the
some Tim Lincecum?
Yeah, there we go. That's the best. Thank you for getting me out of that. Kind of. So maybe the West Coast suits him a little bit more. You might be right.
Los.
Snell's going to the Dodgers for 3 reasons. 1, they can offer him the most money. 2, they're the best team in baseball and he wants to win. And 3, he can go to a team where I can dislike him even more. Hey, man. Go ahead, Lou. You gotta love that, boy.
I love it.
You understood it. They're still trying to figure it out. Man.
Who's up?
Lou.
It's me. I think he's either going to the Padres or I'm going to throw a wild one, sort of how Los did. Because nobody ever talks about him. They don't ever spend any money. But you got to build for the future. The Sacramento A's. Staying in the Bay Area. Yeah.
Hold on.
Wow, I thought Bregman was a reach. Oh,
hold on. And then there were 3. Oh my goodness. This Sacramento A's. Oh, we just moved the you're up.
That was a Lucille pick.
That was wait.
The Sacramento A's.
He's
What are the odds on that, Lou?
Probably 500 to 1.
That's good odds. If they pay him what he's worth, they won't have any money to pay rent for that stadium that they're playing in. They're gonna have to go play for Sacramento State.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious, Lou. Are you taking some of the Timmy Lincecum, Blake Snell chew there, or what? What you got in that bottle?
Padres, you'll probably go to the Padres, but a long shot. Sacramento A's.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a long shot, all right.
Just how it is.
Yeah, George Curry says, Lou, have you been in Lincecum's gift bag.
There's always one surprise every free agent.
All right. Okay, so we
Why not?
have
Go for it.
a little now we finished the Blake Snell, right? Everybody's done
Have
with
you
the Blake
given your
Snell?
answer, Dan?
Yeah, I said Orioles.
Okay.
All right. So let's do this here. Hold on. Let me pull up my text from my producer here. He says we have 100 people in YouTube watching, another 70 plus over on X or Twitter. Look, we're going to be doing a giveaway over on Twitter. If you want this hat, and then it's not shown yet, we've already shown at the top of the hour, we're also giving away a nice San Francisco 49ers hoodie. You got to put giveaway. You got to write giveaway in the chat. That's all you got to do. I've seen get that out. 49er. What am I going Forder? 49er media. Spit it out, Dan. What am I having? A little TIA here live on the show. 49er media. He put in giveaway. Ramatendo 77 just put getaway. Los wants that hat. He's in the getaway.
I always get hats from Dan.
Yeah. Where's my hat? Put giveaway in, guys. We're going to be drawing this very soon. We've been going an hour and 11 minutes. We're going to what time is it? How about at the bottom of the hour? 10 or 9:30, 10:30 Arizona time. 9:30. We will give away this hat. So hurry up and put giveaway in that, and we'll get as many numbers. We can get, we've got almost 175 watching. If you're over on Twitter, you want to come over and get this is a collector's item. This is Chief Wahoo. Chief Wahoo. And then, by the way, speaking of giveaways, guys, how about some signed baseballs coming up in the month of December? Casey Schmidt will be over at Papago in Arizona, not far from Los and I. Los and I will go down, talk with Casey, maybe take him out to lunch afterwards with Chappie. We'll hang out. We'll get a bunch of signed balls from Casey Schmidt, who is a friend of this show. Matt Chapman will get his signatures, hopefully, maybe a few other Giants as well. And we will be giving away some brand new Rawlings Major League Baseballs away, signed by San Francisco Giants players in the month of December. We can't do it earlier because Casey's not here until early December. So,
Dan, is there going to be a Tyro Estrada ball? That's what I'm looking for.
The Tyro
Estrada, yeah.
I kind of want I might have to order 24 instead of 12 so I can keep some of the baseballs myself.
All right, we have a couple more.
All right, who we got?
Pete Alonso.
That is, we moved orders somehow. Who went?
You went first. So it's me.
All right.
I'm going to say Pete Alonso goes to the Mariners. Mariners need offense. They have great pitching. They have World Series caliber pitching. Their starting rotation is elite. They just cannot hit the ball, and they haven't had an offensive powerhouse player. They have Julio Rodriguez, but he had a down year. If you can pair Julio with a Pete Alonso, you can get 60 home runs out of those two guys. You can solidify that first base spot. I could see Pete Alonso going to the Mariners.
Look at Bora, man. This dude's like a general manager in the making. This dude is going to be a baseball executive someday, everybody. Look at this guy. Get a good look at him. He's 20 years old. He's basically Bryce Eldridge. He's older than Bryce Eldridge. Okay. And he is going to be a baseball executive. And by the time he's 36, 37 years old, He's going to run a team. Let's see, 16 years. I'll be 70. Gosh, what will I be? 63 plus 16? Dude, I'll almost be 80, Bora.
I'll get you a job. Don't worry.
Give me a job. Give me a job. Thanks. Just as long as it's not with the White Sox, please.
You can run for president at that age.
Okay. Lou checking his bookie numbers there as he sees where Pete Alonso's looking. He's looking over into the computer. It spits it out. Where's Pete going?
I sort of have a long shot since he's a veteran.
Sacramento.
I'm gonna give you two teams. One is I could see him going to the Cleveland Guardians, getting a veteran leadership because that team's still very young. The Guardians, correct. Well, those are the Indians. And then I could actually see him. I'm trying to think of the other team. I could see him going to St. Louis.
Okay.
St. Louis, they're going through major changes.
Good organization.
Goldschmidt's not going to be there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So
I could see Goldschmidt
those
coming
are
to
my
the
two.
Giants on a 1-year deal.
I could see that too.
No, yeah. I that's the guy I bet you the Giants end up with. Buster, I could see Buster having a pretty good relationship with Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt being like, I'll come over for a year. I hit the ball, I hit the cover off the ball there in San Francisco. And he'd be a pretty good fit, I think.
Yeah, he's old.
But
I don't think Alonso's that great of a free agent. So, and plus the Mets aren't going to need him since they're going to get Soto anyway. So
he's a little overrated.
Yeah.
I mean, he had one huge homer this year. The rest of the time, all he does is strike out. I mean, to tell you the truth, he fit right in with us. He made sure we lead the league in strikeouts.
He's more known for his home run derby than he is his play on the field.
Yes.
Come on down, Mr. Strikeout.
All right, you're up, Los. Pete.
Alonso is growing across town to the Yankees. They're going to lose Soto, and they need a replacement to back up and protect
there we go.
Judge.
Giveaway.
And he's going to be a definite improvement over Rizzo and DJ LeMayo. So
there we go. Giveaway.
Pete Alonso to the Yankees.
Pete Alonso to the Yankees. I had him going to the Yankees a little bit too, but you know what? I got to top Lou. Chicago White Sox. No. Let's see. Can I top? We got our
can't
guys
top the A's.
I wouldn't laugh how bad the A's are. They got a better. They're more exciting than the Giants.
It's true.
We got Bora up top being a GM. We got me making some sense up here. We got the two bottom guys calling for the A's and the Angels for top free agents in the game. We'll see. Los is giving me that little, I'll give you some, I'm going to give it to you.
I got a pretty high percentage on this show.
You get this one right, Los.
Remember, I was the only one last year that said the Giants would not make the playoffs after being 10 games.
No, I said they wouldn't make it either.
No, you said that you would.
No, I didn't
make it. And Bora, the young GM you're talking about, had them winning the division.
That was 2 years ago.
No, that was 2 years ago. I didn't make a prediction last year.
We all predicted
ago.
2 years ago. You're right.
And I had him making the playoffs for one time, and then I
2 years ago. Correct. Yeah, I had the Giants not making the
playoffs.
Here
we go. Los, if Bregman signs with the Angels, you can keep that Italian Roma hat.
Oh no, I want you to have it.
No, you can have it.
You can have it.
If you call that, you got it. All right, Pete Alonso, he's going to sign with how about Cleveland? They trade Naylor and they sign Alonso. How's that for a crazy pick?
That's what Lou picks.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't. You picked Cleveland, Lou? Lou, can you hear?
I can hear you.
Okay, you just
No, I can hear you.
You picked Cleveland?
No, I didn't pick Cleveland.
You didn't pick. Who picked? Did someone pick Cleveland?
No.
No.
Not for Alonso.
All right, then never mind.
That's just a wild pick. I think he stays in New York, but I'm just going to be off the rocker. Cleveland.
I think when you've played in New York for a few years and in that big city, it's hard to go to, no offense, a Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, all money considered, like you have a life. You probably have a wife. Good luck telling your wife saying, honey, we're going from New York to Cleveland 8 months out of the year. Just saying. There's more to it than winning in contracts. There is that.
All right, Willy Adames.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Hey, by the way, I got to answer a question from Mark Graves. All the new people in the chat, what is the sub total right now? It is 3,006. Hey, guys, if you're in the chat new, please hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated by all four of us. Would love to see that 3,006 climb to 3,020, just like that. So just hit the X on your phone. If you're watching the phone, it pops up, hit subscribe, and then check on your notifications bell. You'll get notified every time we go live. Let's see that thing climb from 3,006 to 3,020. We got a lot of new people in here tonight. Would love to see it. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. We got who's up again? Let me get rid of this off the screen. There we go. Willy Adames. Who's up? Who's up?
I guess
Grab
I'll
a
go
bat.
first. What the hell? He's going to go to the Dodgers, unfortunately. Another power there. But I'd love for the Giants to make this our priority and then get two other pitchers. I'm to tell you the truth, it's been so long since we've had a shortstop where we were spoiled early and a first baseman. We need to take care of priorities. If we're going to see, we've been so awful the last couple of years defensively. Even Chapman didn't have the greatest year. Yeah, I know he won the Golden Glove, but he had an off year. He made great plays, but he also made problems. But, the Giants the last 2 or 3 years, the reason why we've been under 500 is our defense has just been horrible. Outfield, at least let's get something, late night Lamont is not a first baseman. I don't know what the hell we're thinking. He's not a first baseman. Okay, so let's work on getting great players. Here's a guy who's young and is a stud. We've already screwed up so many times after shortstops. Let's get one. That's it.
Los.
I like Adames. I don't think he's going to go to the Giants. I'm going to say he goes to the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks kind of quietly, they spend money and they make trades for players, and they are a contender. They were just in the World Series 2 years ago, and they damn near made the playoffs this year. And Willy Adames is used to hitting in a great hitter's park in Milwaukee, and San Francisco is not a great hitter's park, but Arizona is. So if the money is equal,
45 homers in Arizona.
That's what I mean. For his legacy, he could put up some big numbers there and get paid for it. So I'll say Arizona. Great pick, Los. You're a future GM.
By the way, Arizona has a couple of young studs. They got Perdomo, and then they've got their young top draft pick, who is their shortstop of the future. His name's escaping me right now.
Jordan Lawler.
Yeah, Jordan Lawler. So I don't think
Perdomo's their third baseman, but yeah, I know about Lawler. He might be a couple years away, but yeah,
he's ready. He's ready to play. Whether he's going to make it or not is a question, because he was up 2 years ago, not last year. He was up in their World Series year at the end of the season. But we'll see what happens there. Couple of things on this. First of all, Adames, I'm going to say he goes to the Dodgers or the Giants. I think it comes down to the Dodgers, Giants, just like Corbin Burnes, I think, comes down to Giants or Dodgers. I think all said and done, Adames ready to win. Pretty pissed off he lost last year in the playoffs to who'd they lose to? The Mets? Yeah, the Mets in Game 5. He walked off that field pretty disappointed that he didn't go further. I think he says, you know what? I want to win. I want to make my money. Giants are willing to give me a few million more. Not worth it. I go with the Dodgers. I'm with Lou on this pick.
Man, it's hard to pick what teams they're going to. There's so many teams.
Oh, yeah.
So many different holes. I'm just kind of looking at rosters real quick, and Detroit is a sleeper as well. They have a young team and they have a decent hitting team, and I don't really see any shortstop that will block him. You're right about Lawler. I thought he was about a year or two away, though, but you're saying he's pretty close to being ready.
Oh, yeah, he's ready. It's just a matter of if he's going to make it or not, because he came up, like I said, in the I think he might even been on the playoff roster. I'm not sure if he was or not, but 2 years ago. But he's ready.
All right, let me say my Adames. I think he's going to the Dodgers. I know Mookie Betts, I think, is going to be playing the infield, but they don't have a true shortstop. Adames isn't the greatest defender, so honestly, I wouldn't necessarily want him on the Giants. If he would come to the Giants, I would like him to play second, just because you don't need someone to have great defense at second base. You can kind of work around that. I think the Dodgers or the Giants, if I'm the Giants, I want someone who can scoop balls, who can just be a complete, just another Brandon Crawford, if you can get that. A great defender at shortstop. I don't know if that's Ha-Seong Kim. With Ha-Seong Kim, the injury scares me a little bit. If he was fully healthy, I would have more confidence in him, but he has that labrum. I don't love the one thing about Adames, though, is he drives and runs. He just knows how to drive and runs. He over 110 RBIs, I think, this year. Heard Ferguson says his strikeout percentage is a concern for this lineup. That's true, but I mean the rest of this lineup strikes out, so it wouldn't be much of a difference. I think he goes to the Dodgers, though.
You know, baseball more than any sport, or like sometimes if you have a guy on your team fantasy wise, like that player's stats. And I had Adames 2 years ago. God, he was horrible. I kept him and kept him and kept him. And he was hitting like 185, 190, and I finally let him go like in late July. So that kind of scarred me about him. You know me, I'm not crazy about guys that are up and down. I like consistency. But I think you're right. I think he's probably the best shortstop out there free agent-wise. So, the Dodgers will probably grab him.
Also, this was a contract year for him, and he had a great year. So take that into consideration. He had a horrible year. Not horrible, but he had a down year 2 years ago. This past year, it was a contract year, and he produced. I mean, we all know it. Everybody knows it. Players produce in contract years. NBA, NFL, MLB, they just produce in contract years. They want to get that bag. They want to get their money. So that's their goal. I think it would be a mistake for the Giants to sign Adames, just because I don't think they're ready for Adames. I don't think they're ready to compete. I would rather have them go with the Tyler Fitzgerald, Casey Schmidt duo than a Ha-Seong Kim, Willy Adames. I mean, the Willy Adames, Ha-Seong Kim, that would probably get you more wins, but I mean, those wins are probably empty just because there's a chance that there's a really good chance, and I pretty much guarantee that the Giants aren't making the playoffs this year.
George says Adames will be fine at shortstop. He had 8 errors in a bad 3-week span. He played between 2 rookies. Adames bats .300 with runners in scoring position. He has Chappie next to him. He would be fine. Yeah, maybe so.
Glove wise, but you got to remember he's not probably hitting that many homers at this ballpark like he did in Milwaukee. Not only because of the ballpark, but because of, like we always talk about, who is hitting in front of him and who's hitting behind him to protect him.
Yeah.
I do like the runners in scoring position numbers, though. I really like that because that's the weakness of this. And there's a lot of weaknesses on this team, but that's the Giants' main offensive weakness. They just can't hit with runners in scoring position.
Hey guys, don't forget, as mentioned, we've got quite a few people in the house. We have Bobby Evans, who was named as a advisor to Buster Posey, not made official. Spoke with Bobby earlier today. Bobby will be joining us sometime. I don't know if it'll be this week or sometime next week, but Bobby Evans will be joining the show live to talk about his new role. So you'll be able to get that information right here on NorCal Sports Network, everybody. We need to give this away. Producer Ryan, how many numbers do we have? I haven't seen the final. Are we ready to get that going?
Do you want to do that before the three big contracts or for three?
Yeah, let's do that because then we're going to give. Who's left? We've got Burnes,
Soto, Fried, Sasaki, and Soto.
4. Okay. Last chance to enter, he says. Okay, last chance to enter. Put giveaway in there. We're giving away 2 items tonight. This was for $2,500. We never got to it. We're at 3,000 subs and climbing now, and we're going to give away a 49ers hooded sweatshirt for that. So let's finish the list first, says our producer. So we will do that. I have to do what the producer says. He runs the show.
Max Fried.
Max Fried. You know what? Am I up or is it Los?
I'll go. Whatever. Please, my number one guy to be a Giant. Love him. Top of the end rotation guy. Number 1. We'd shift Webb to number 2. Would love him.
Thank you, Armando.
I want Kikuchi as well. So I would love Webb to pitch between Fried and Kikuchi, 2 lefties with nasty stuff. So I want to see Fried on the Giants. I don't want to see him go anywhere else. So I'm not even going to say another team. Giants. Get it done, Buster.
All right. This sounds crazy. I know he wants to be a Dodger because he grew up a Dodger fan. The Dodgers, I don't know how much room the Dodgers have for pitching because if they get Sasaki. See, Sasaki's not signing till after January 15th. I don't believe he signs earlier because it's not advantageous to him or the Japanese club that's posting him. So it doesn't make sense for him to sign beforehand. So that means that a lot of these guys could be out in limbo. But I think he ends up, I'm just going to say the Dodgers because he wants to. He wants to, maybe takes a little less to be home. You know, he's in his last part of his career. It'll probably be his last big contract. Maybe he wants to finish off at LA. Heard he was out to dinner with about 12 of the Dodgers during the playoffs. The fact that he grew up out there, he's friends with Flaherty, but I don't think they keep Flaherty. So I just think Dodgers get Adames, Teoscar, and Fried and Sasaki and call it an offseason.
I'm not gonna say he goes to the Dodgers just because I don't want to overpower the Dodgers. I'm gonna say he goes to the Mets, and that's gonna be the Sean Manaea replacement, and it's gonna be an upgrade over Sean Manaea. He's going to the rivals. I could definitely see him going to the Mets. What's going on with the thing?
I was just playing with it.
I could see him going to the Mets. That's my prediction.
Okay, Lou.
Me?
Yeah, check
Arizona
your
Diamondbacks. Done deal. Might be the first pitcher signed.
I could see that's a good pick because they want rid of Montgomery. They're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do with Montgomery. They want rid of him. They might just.
Yeah, they'll probably trade him to us, and we'll give up something and another wasted, another great move. But no, he's going to be an Arizona Diamondback. Something that we've been talking about. Why the Giants aren't going to make the playoffs and they won't be 500 again is because the 3 teams above us are going to improve. Until we get rid of our deadwood, get rid of Yaz, I'm more excited about Friday, where we're actually going to see what are the Giants going to do. Are we going to keep Yaz, or are we going to get rid of him? Friday's a big day. I don't want late night Lamont. I don't want these guys that are just average that would be 18th to 25th on every other team. It's over with. Get rid of these guys and play the youth. If you're going to keep them, then you know what? Colorado's going to pass us up, and we'll finish dead last. I'll leave it at that.
There we go. We always count on Mr. Lou Negative Marston. I love it. Great. And he's speaking facts, though. He's speaking facts. He's speaking as a frustrated season ticket holder of many, many years. And he wants change. And doggone it, we do too. I think we're going to talk about that at the end when we finish these players. Friday's a big day, as you mentioned. There's 4 players that are coming up, so we'll get to that. Who's next? Did we finish Max Fried?
Yes, Corbin Burnes is up.
I'll go. I think this. I did a video on this. If you've checked out the video today, guys, I know he's comes with a qualifying offer, and that is a little bit of a negative. If the Giants don't get Blake Snell, they get Corbin Burnes. If you want to compete, sign them both, because that's the best way to get into the playoff. If you had a rotation of Burnes and Webb and Snell and Ray and Birdsong, you could trade Harrison or trade one of the 2, keep Harrison, whatever you want to do. But the Giants' best path to competing is get pitching. Get the pitching in the house. You've got the money, and you can stay under the luxury tax and sign both Burnes and Snell. And you don't need an Adames at that point. You can actually get pitching. You can trade away some other assets and find yourself a shortstop. And, maybe you can pick up a Bo Bichette or something like that in a trade. But I'm saying Corbin Burnes, Giants.
All right. I would love for the Giants to get Corbin Burnes. I would love for them to get Corbin Burnes and Blake Snell and just have a monster starting rotation, like you just said. I mean, if you can just find a way to get into the playoffs and you have a top 3 of Blake Snell, Corbin Burnes, and Logan Webb, you might go to the World Series. You might go to the World Series. Your pitching might be able to carry you to the World Series. That being said, I kind of think he stays with the Orioles. He was great this year. The Orioles know what they have in Burnes, and the Orioles need pitching. I don't see the Orioles letting Corbin Burnes walk.
Oh my God.
All right. You guys remind me talking about this, especially Dan here, of a great group in the 80s that people forgot about called Supertramp. And one of their big hits was Dreamer. No way we get Burnes and Snell, so let's put that behind us. Might as well just say let's get Soto too. He's going to stay with the Orioles, but if he doesn't stay with the Orioles, he's going to the Boston Red Sox.
I look for the Red Sox to be very aggressive this year. They have over 100 and something million under the tax after this year.
Yep.
They can spend. They can actually pay Soto $50+ million a year if they wanted to, and they're still fine. The question about we'll get to Soto. I'll save Soto for Soto.
One more thing about the Red Sox, though. They also have, I think, 4 prospects in the top 30 in all of baseball, and all of those prospects are in AAA.
You know what? Let's take a quick peek.
Giants, we have one. Yay, one.
I happen to just have that right here, Bora. Nice little segue. Let's take a look. The Red Sox, number 3, Roman Anthony, an outfielder. He's in AAA, expected to show up sometime this year. Marcelo Mayer.
He's
Triple
nasty.
A.
He's
supposed
really
to
good.
show up this year. They drafted well.
God
Look at
loves
that.
him.
2 of the top 7. And then we move to
You skipped.
Did I skip? Did
Number
I skip?
10.
Oh, Christian. Oh, that's an interesting way to spell it. Christian. I think it's Christian. Christian Campbell. He looks like a second base outfield shortstop. He's another one of those. What's that guy they had last year, Los, that played center field and infield? What's his name?
Oh, the guy I told you to take in fantasy, the sleeper.
Yeah, I can't remember his name all of a sudden.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either. Yeah,
but
he's a lot like him. He looks like him too.
Yeah, he's AAA as well. They're expected. So there's 3, and number 4 on the list of Kyle Teal, number 25. 4 of the top 25 people. Look, I think, you know what? Oh, my goodness. This could change my Soto pick.
Los, go with your Corbin Burnes.
I think the Phillies really felt like they blew a great opportunity to win a World Series this year. I think they felt deep down that they were the best matchup to beat both the Yankees and the Dodgers. They have 2 absolute studs at the top of their rotation in Wheeler and Nola. I'm sorry. And this is probably a long shot, but man, they have a hell of a lineup. And if they get Burnes as a 3-headed monster, they are right there with the Dodgers as favorites in the National League. So that owner, like I said, the Mets owner has deep pockets. Well, the Phillies owner has deep pockets as well. And he is as passionate an owner as there is. I think he has a window of opportunity right now. And getting a Burnes or a Fried, I think would just make Philly like really, really the top choice along with the Dodgers in the National League. So I'm going to say Philadelphia.
All right. We can go to Roki Sasaki. Who's starting?
That's an easy one.
Do we all say in unison where he's going, or is there a dark horse? Does anybody have anybody but the Dodgers?
I don't have the Dodgers.
Okay.
Neither do I.
What do you got? The A's, Bora?
Yeah, Sacramento. I have the Padres.
Padres.
I think
that's what I'm saying.
The Padres could be in play. Don't forget, the Padres have Yu Darvish. And there's some connection with Yu Darvish and Roki Sasaki. Yeah. I saw that somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if Roki Sasaki went to the Padres.
I would love it because I like the Padres and can't stand the Dodgers, but man, I would be shocked if he went there.
Didn't I see somewhere where 30 of 30 executives picked the Dodgers?
I mean, it's most likely going to be the Dodgers, but just to be different.
I will be in Japan in late February for 10 days, and I will give you the inside scoop because I'm brushing up on my Japanese right now.
He'll already be signed, Los.
Oh, he's going to sign after January? Oh, that's right. What am I doing? End of February, spring training. Duh. Scratch that. Ryan, delete that last 30 seconds, please.
And Los doesn't want to put it out there. Put this just cover the shade. Just put the shades on. Everybody will, yeah. Okay. So we've got consensus is he stays out west in the National League West, right side of the screen. I guess if you're watching, is it your right side
it's
or
the left?
Side?
It's the left on the Padres, right for the Dodgers.
Yeah. Okay. So we're down to 2, right?
After Sasaki, it's just 1.
Just 1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 2. Snell and
Soto. We did Snell. Remember, you got him going to the A's.
Just Soto then. Sorry.
All right. Juan Soto. Where does he go?
Ooh. I will defer.
Who
wants to start?
I'll go first.
All right.
Juan Soto will be a New York Met. I don't see anybody outbidding Steve Cohen. I just don't see it. That guy's pockets are so deep. It's probably the deepest pockets in all of baseball. And he's made it known that he wants Juan Soto. I think there's a rumor that they've already offered Soto 660. It's probably going to keep on going up from that. I don't see the Dodgers being a quote unquote serious contender for Soto, because I mean they're kind of, I feel like they're kind of just there to boost the market up for Soto. I don't see him going to the Dodgers. I see it kind of being a bidding war between the Yankees and Mets, and the Mets come out on top.
Okay. Lou.
I think he's going to be a Met too. Two birds in one stone. You're going to take something away from New York. You're going to be the talk in New York from the Yankees. But I said it a month ago. I think a long shot for him because they tried to get Ohtani. If you remember, they thought the flight was going. Toronto Blue Jays. They keep trying to get a superstar. He could now be in charge of Canada. Let me put it this way. It'd be such a big move for them. And they also are trying to do a new ballpark in the next 3 years up there.
And they have money.
They'd be more well-known than hockey for at least the first until the opening day. That's how big of a signing it would be. And I think, Cone, of course, has the money. The Mets. But if he doesn't go to the Mets, Toronto. Toronto tried to do everything. They tried to get Judge. They tried to get Ohtani. They have the money. Why not?
Okay. Is it me?
No, it's Los.
It's Los. Okay.
I got to concur with the Mets. I just think, he's just going to go to where the big money is, and nobody's going to, like Boris said, outbid that owner. Toronto, if Canada didn't tax people 50% of their paychecks, he might go there. So I think Soto wants to keep more of his money. He's a guy that grew up in the Dominican, and he wants as much money as he can. So I couldn't see him going to Canada and getting them the taxes check. So New York Mets it is.
I guess that leaves it down to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this top 100, guys, because I know Juan Soto and Scott Boras are looking at that top 100 too, making their decision. And Los fall over. What happened to him? There you are. Okay.
Oh, my sleep, Lord.
All right. I'm looking at this top 100. What do you – I know Ohtani really wanted to know what the plan was for the Dodgers, short-term, mid-term, long-term. He went even as far as putting in his contract that if the front office changes, he can become a free agent. It seems to me that Scott Boras is going to try to really take it a step further and really study this along with Soto. And they're going to really, whoever wants Juan Soto is going to have to do a lot of the things that Juan Soto is going to ask of them. He's not going to just sign with the team because they give him 10, 15 million more and they have nothing in the farm system and there's no guarantees that they're going to compete. So I think it comes down to a handful of teams, with the Yankees being one, the Mets, the Dodgers, and I could see the Red Sox being a player now that I've seen their farm system. 4 of the top 25 players that are ready to play, like almost now. And if there's a mystery team that maybe pops up late in this, I could see the Padres trying to make a splash again. I don't think they have the money to do it, but A.J. Preller's just crazy enough to try and figure a way to do something. Oh,
what about the Nationals? What about the Nationals?
Nationals, they have the money to do it too, but they've got Dylan Cruz and James Woods.
Come back home, Juan. Come back home to us. Yeah. We're better now.
They could. Man, this is the toughest call because I see the Mets as not being outbid, like you said, Bora, and I don't think they do get outbid. But again, I said Teoscar stays with the Dodgers if he doesn't, if Soto doesn't go to the, but I something tells me that the Dodgers are going to figure a way with their resources, with their creativity, with their ability to defer. Look, if Soto comes to the Dodgers, he doesn't have to worry about being the guy. He's just one of the guys, and he can just play loose like KD did when he came to the Warriors. KD came to the Warriors for the joy of the game. Soto, we might be miscalculating this guy. Everybody's saying he's going wherever the top dollar is. And if that's the Oakland A's or the Sacramento A's pay $1 more than anybody else, he's going to choose the A's.
Oh, can you imagine how many homers he hits in that ballpark? Oh, he might break the record if he goes there. And all those night games, that ball, there's no wind up there in the ball carrier.
Man, at like 90 degrees.
Oh, wow.
And I see the Dodgers saying, look, we don't have Freddie Freeman forever. Only 3 more years, probably 2 good years left. We don't have Betts forever. Soto's 26. Who's the next star that's going to be a free agent at 26 that's going to be a superstar? I mean, Julio Rodriguez is a few years away. Well, he's signed anyway, right?
He's signed. Yeah, he's signed.
Yeah, he's signed. Who's the next superstar? The Dodgers I'm just trying to tell you how the Dodgers think.
Ellie De La Cruz, maybe.
Yeah.
Good call.
So the way the Dodgers think, I don't know if they will do it. It will depend on their creativity and the willingness of Soto. I think, and I'm just trying to get into Soto's head. Look, you come to LA, you don't have to be the guy. Pressure's off. You're just one of 4 dudes that are going to the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. Okay? There's no cap in baseball. The Dodgers can afford it. They made money on Ohtani last year. They made over $100 million on Ohtani. You don't think they can figure a way to make money on Soto and winning championship after championship? Look, the Dodgers are done losing in the playoffs. They got in since 2013 and didn't win a title until 24. Forget 2020. I'm sorry to the Dodger fans who are in the chat right now, but the 2020, and you know it too, it didn't mean much. You could celebrate it, but you didn't have a parade. It was a 60-game season. The Dodgers are looking to win and win and win and win. The 49-53 Yankees won 5 championships in a row. I think the Dodgers are in a position where they would say, we would love to somehow go after that and win 6 in a row. Now, it's very difficult to win 2 in a row in this day and age because not always does the best team win. But I think, I said the Mets in my video, but the more I'm thinking about this, and I can go either way. I'm telling you, it's Mets, Yankees, Dodgers, or Red Sox. I'm going to pick the LA Dodgers on this show right now.
Can you highlight San Jose Sharks comment, Dan, and we can talk about it? Yeah.
See, I mean this with utmost respect. I think you guys are grossly underestimating the Giants. Nobody knows what Posey's plan is. He can sign some of these guys and change the whole dynamic of the team.
Never happened. He's just a name.
I don't think it's up to Posey. I think it's up to this ownership who has proven to be kind of what they are. So Posey can want all he wants. I don't know how much he has to do things, but it's more to that. Just everyday hitters just don't want to come and play here.
There's a 0% chance that Juan Soto comes here. 0. It's just not happening. You're muted, Dan.
I said, you like that word salad, huh? Yeah, I went on. I built it up. I built it up. I don't know. It's crazy. This is all just for fun, guys. We're trying to have our best.
Soto has a better chance playing for the Denver Broncos than the San Francisco Giants.
Great point.
That's how far away the Giants are.
Let me ask you guys all this. If Soto goes to the Dodgers, is that good or bad for baseball?
Bad.
Um,
because it's like they're becoming a monopoly. I mean, they're just signing every best player from Japan, whoever the best free agent is. I
think it's good. I think it's good for baseball because they have the money. Each teams have the money. There's revenue sharing, and maybe it'll put some owners will feel the pressure from their fans to actually go out and compete. Because you know what? Everybody loves to knock off Goliath, right? Not everybody in baseball, when you're the best team, always wins it. And we could see, and if I'm the Giants, how do I combat that? I don't try and go out and get 5 stud hitters, and I get 5 stud arms.
Yep. Oh, that'd be great. They get Soto, the Giants counter, and somehow get either a combination of Fried and Burnes or Fried and Kikuchi, whoever.
If they get Soto, then you have to go. If you're going to sign 2 pitchers, I would sign 2 lefties, Snell and Fried. I wouldn't want Burnes just because the Ohtani, Freeman, Soto, you can't pitch to those guys right-handed.
Sure, and good pitching can, we know that those guys aren't going to hit most likely 300 against. I mean, they don't. You know what I mean? Good pitching, great pitching, generally wins. Not all the time, but it's going to win more times than not. So yeah, I would love to go get me Fried and Snell if they sign Soto, and just you could combat that. You could throw Snell, Fried, and Harrison at him. Of course, Harrison doesn't really get lefties out too well.
Remember, it was the '60s that the Giants had an all-star lineup. They had hitters up and down their lineup, and they couldn't get past the Dodgers. Why? Because the
Dodgers had a righty and a lefty.
They had a great rotation. So you want to beat the Dodgers in their lineup? Go get 2 or 3 bona fide stud starters and throw it at the Dodgers in a 3 or 4 game series. Like that would immediately get the Giants into contention if they did that.
It sure would.
I mean, Robbie Ray is still on the team, and he could be a number 5. Think about that. Like Robbie Ray coming another year off of Tommy John, he might not actually be bad this year, and he'd be our number 5. I love Birdsong. I hope he develops. But, man, if you had a Fried, Burnes, Webb, or Kikuchi at the top of the rotation, the Dodgers would take notice for sure.
I mean, that's the way to – if you're the Giants, this is the way to go. Don't sign the Sotos. You don't need to sign the Adames. You can sign a couple of these offensive players to supplement for what you've lost, but you got to go all in on pitching because you got to play to your ballpark and you got to play to your strength. I mean, if you have a rotation of Snell, let's just say Burnes, Webb. Well, no, let's take Burnes out. Let's just say you re-sign Snell. You have a rotation of Snell, Webb, Ray, Birdsong, and Harrison. On paper, that's a pretty good starting rotation. What I would
pitching.
Is
we had that last year, didn't we?
Yeah, we had that last year.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Yeah, we had 7 starters and 1 was good.
Birdsong's going to be better. Ray's going to be better because Ray's now a year removed from his Tommy John. I think Blake Snell's going to be better because he's going to have a full spring training. I don't like Kyle Harrison. I just don't. I don't see it. He throws 91 miles an hour.
Because he looks so much like Los, and Los is better looking. I completely understand about Harrison's problem.
And he just doesn't fool anybody. He doesn't fool anybody. I would be trying to actively trade Kyle Harrison, and if you could trade Kyle Harrison, I would go with your guy, Los. I would go with Kikuchi.
I concur, Lou, with that last statement.
PJ says Dodgers have pitching as well. You still need ways to score. That is true. You need ways to score. And,
absolutely. But the
what
Dodgers,
do you guys really think the Giants do? Do you think they actually? A lot of people in here are saying don't underestimate Buster Posey. He's got killer instinct.
Hasn't done anything
it's
yet.
not up to him. It's not up to him.
Great players
And they're
don't make
saying,
great
he's gonna get all, he's gonna get Soto. You watch. He's gonna turn this around. I don't doubt anything that Buster's capable of doing, but I think Buster's going to do this the right way. And he saw what Brian Sabean did. He was signed by Sabean. He saw that Sabean built up the farm system. And I think Buster is going to go about it that way. And I think he's going to make a few trades, and he's going to be working on trying to build up the farm system. And that's why they hired Randy Wynn to take over the player development in the minor leagues, because there's a different philosophy coming. The philosophy is not going to be analytics. It's going to be more, they're not getting away with analytics completely, but it's going to be more on old school baseball.
And as much as I love Buster Posey as the player, let's be honest, his very first move in his new position was to sign Matt Chapman and give him 6 years. And that was a move that I personally did not agree with. That was a player that is great in the clubhouse, very good glove, older player. Probably 3 of those 6 years, he's not going to be close to worth getting that money. And he blocked a potentially very good player in Casey Schmidt that plays the same position. So based on his first move, he gets a C for that move. So let's hope he improves from there.
The Giants could have a very successful offseason, and they're still going to come in 4th place. I mean, you got to be realistic. You have the Dodgers, Padres, and D-backs ahead of you. And the D-backs had a down year this year, and they won, 89 games? It's going exactly. It's going to keep on getting harder. And like Lou said earlier, the Braves are going to be better. Every team that was ahead of the Giants are looking to get better. So you can't just look at the Giants.
Nationals are going to be better.
The Reds are going to be better.
Yeah.
Hepatitis see you later. So do the Dodgers to make just the Giant. So do the Dodgers was just make the Giants punt for the next 5 years. Hide a bunker till the Dodgers fallout is done in 7 years. Okay,
that's about right.
Here's the best line of the night. Comes from Johnny T. 16. Let me pull this. Hepatitis C, because he's responding to him. He says, Soto wants to win. He respects winning. Who else does it better than L.A.? And here's the reply from Johnny T. 16. Hepatitis, he says, I told you before, going to the Dodgers to win a championship is like sleeping with a stripper. Yeah, you get laid, but was it really that intimate? Huh? Is that what he's saying?
It's a good analogy.
Hey, when KD went to the Warriors, it helped the NBA because they were the bad team now. The Dodgers are already the bad team. Now they're going to be super villains for the next 4 years.
That's what every sport needs, is a super villain, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't really want to see it happen, but you know what? Maybe it'll light a fire under the rest of the owners to say, you know what? We better get off of our butts and start putting out a team that wants to win. Because Steve Cohen has already said the Mets are basically like his villain. I always can't pronounce that word. Somebody help me with that word. You know what I'm saying? It's his
philosophy.
No, man, I can't speak tonight.
All right.
Chat, when you're giving away things to the community, you're filling up
philanthropy.
Philanthropy. Thank you. Gosh, philanthropy. That's what he basically said.
Always defer to the college student for long.
Yes, yeah, the college kid. I'm too old. I'm out of college for over 40 years. Gosh, thank you, Bora. That's what Steve Cohen has said about the Mets. Say that word again.
Philanthropy.
Yeah, philanthropy. There you go.
I tell you what. Go ahead, then.
He's willing to spend. Baseball needs more owners like that. Stop getting guys that are like the Giants owners that are real estate investors.
Soto's played his whole career on the coast. Played at Washington. He played in San Diego.
Giovanni, I was trying. I couldn't get the word out, okay? Jeez. Mr. Put me on a cross and put some nails in me.
I'll tell you what, like, it's not going to happen. But if Soto wanted to have a legitimate chance to win a championship, if he decided to go to Seattle and pair up with Julio with that rotation, man, that would be kind of nasty. Julio and Soto, 3-4. Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Logan Gilbert, Bryce Miller. Ooh.
Brian Wu.
Yeah, Brian Wu's your number 5. That would be kind of filthy. I can't see him going to Seattle. It is really not a hitter's ballpark. But
yeah, and they don't spend the money.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even know who their owner is. It's not like Paul Allen owns the Mariners, but that would be, I would love to see that signing, actually.
Giovanni, I talked to Bobby today. He'll be coming on the show, and we'll discuss it. I don't know if it'll be this week or sometime next week, but Bobby Evans will be right here, NorCal Sports Network, and we will discuss that. I like the hiring because he's just going to be an advisor. Nobody in the Giants, Buster Posey and their new GM, has ever signed a contract. Bobby Evans has. He's negotiated. It's just to help advise. He's not going to be making the decisions. I think it's a good move. And everybody who's got down on Bobby Evans, all GMs have moves that don't go their way, but Elliot Ramos is their best player. He drafted him.
Ryan Walker's their best reliever. He drafted him. Exactly.
So let's not get too far off. Yeah. So
all the people on Twitter just clowning this move it's a great move, because if you can bring in someone with over 2 decades of experience working in a baseball front office, that's a win. I mean, he was side by side with Brian Sabian during their 3 world championships. I mean, it's not just because he didn't have a great tenure as the head of the franchise as a GM doesn't mean he's not valuable in another role.
Hey, by the way, guys, we have not completed our fully negotiations, but Ned will be joining NorCal Sports Network. It looks like twice a month, and it will be on a Sunday evening. So when sports is all done for the day, come join NorCal Sports on a Sunday evening. We'll have him on twice a month. We're going to be doing a lot of things with Ned. We're going to be doing some giveaways, maybe even a ticket, a game to go to dinner with Ned, and tickets to Dodger Stadium with Ned Coletti. Sit with him, go to a ball game there. We'll be working those details out. We've also got a few other things coming with Ned. We even have a new channel that we'll be announcing soon. And we're in the works on that. The channel is already secured. We just will be coming up with that announcement. And let's just put it this way. You're gonna love this one. Okay. All right. Let's see.
What about the private chats?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Hold on. Let me get rid of this chat here. Which one are we looking at?
Giovanni just put 2 in. I didn't know we talked about that.
Oh, those are just starred, just to look at them.
All right. Okay. Let's pull that. Giovanni, Giants are 1 or 2 moves away from being serious contenders next season.
Is he related to Robert?
Can you play the clown music, please?
Wait. Okay. If the Giants play their cards right, they could be a force to be reckoned with next season.
Same guy that said they were going to make the playoffs every chat last year, and then when they went on a losing streak, disappeared.
Yeah, we got to get to our giveaway, guys. We got to get to our giveaway. Are we ready, Ryan? Do we have the numbers? We got to put the thing in. I was going to play the clown music, but he could be right if they did what we said. If they went actually and signed 2 top pitchers.
That's what it would have to be.
It would
2
have
top
to be.
pitchers and maybe 1 utility or possibly.
Or make a trade.
Make a trade, yeah, would be good.
Oh, yeah. Before we get to this prize, real quick, guys. This Friday, Giants have to make a decision whether to add these 4 guys to their 40-man roster and tender or non-tender them. Yaz, Wade, Camilo Duvall, and who's the other one? Tyler Rogers? Lou? Who's the 4th
I'm not sure. I sent it to you. Sorry. I can't remember.
Oh, you did? Was it in a text?
Yeah, I just send them over to you when I see something.
All right, guys. We got 124 watching right now on YouTube. Another 70, almost 65 on Twitter or X. We're getting ready to do the contest. If you had to hit giveaway, you had to subscribe and hit giveaway. Subscribers, we're at holding steady right now. We haven't added any subscribers in the show. Well, we added a couple. Still at 3,006. Guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And who's the 4th guy that's going to be eligible? Would you send it to me through hold on, let me look. I'm just forgetting that 4th guy. Does anybody know in the chat who's the 4th guy? We know it's Yaz, Duvall, Lamont Wade. Who's the 4th guy the Giants have to tender or non-tender this Friday?
I think it is Tyler Rogers.
I think it is Tyler Rogers. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm for 3 of the 4.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think
If Buster offers Yaz especially and Wade to a lesser degree, I like Wade on the roster, but not as a starting first baseman. I like him as a utility first.
George Curry and 49er Media said it is Tyler Rogers. Thank you. That's what I thought. Okay, so I'm fine with Rogers. He doesn't make that much money. Neither does Duvall. Wade, I'm fine. He doesn't make that much money. You can trade him. Yaz, you better have a deal in place right now if you're going to offer him, because he's got to go through arbitration, and that's not till January when they exchange numbers. Or you can just agree to sign him and trade him.
Just cut bait. Just cut bait.
If Yaz is on this roster next year, that'll tell me everything about where they want to go as a team.
Yeah.
Everything. He has no business being on this roster at all. At all.
He's a fine player. He's a fine player. There's nothing special about him. He's been with this team since 2019. He's been on this team for 5 years. Enough. I've seen.
You better have a trade in place, because the one
thing get rid of all of them.
Oh, I think Duvall.
Get rid of Flores. DFA his ass. I don't want to see Flores back.
Why would you get rid of Duvall, Lou?
Why would you get rid of Duvall?
Duvall's so hard.
Duvall's tradable, and he's still young.
Duvall just had a down year. Duvall's probably going to have a pretty good year.
Flores stinks. Yeah,
I'm Duvall.
Duvall's so screwed up. Nobody. Why would anybody trade for Duvall? The guy doesn't know what he's doing anymore. He's lost.
He has talent. He's young and he's controllable.
We'll see. Friday
is horrible too. He's done.
We'll see what happens Friday. We'll see what happens. I do not want.
Let's
get this random generator thing.
Yeah, let's get this drawing.
Let's get this random generator going. How do we got this numbered? Random.
He sent. You have it, right?
I don't know. What did he send it to?
Ryan said he sent you the list on text and email.
Oh, okay. There's the list. We've got 38 in there. Okay, so how am I going to do? Okay. Hold on here. Only 38? Ryan, can you confirm in an email that it's only 38?
There's still Giants fans that want Yaz.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh man.
Dan,
You know what?
You know it's
kind
in
of
order. The number
interesting,
there.
though.
List on the number. Yes, only 38. Okay, here we go. Let me pull this random generator up.
How do people know what number they have?
I'm going to show them. I've got the list right here. I'll just have to. I'll run it down real quick here. Let me find the correct random generator number that we did before.
While you do that, Dan,
picker wheel.
There was something interesting that came out, and I don't know if this affected Lamont because, as we all know, he came up in 21 and he hit like 16 home runs, and not that many at bats. He was a power hitter, and these past 2 years he's just been a complete contact hitter, kind of walk or strikeout. He hasn't hit for any power. And there was this thing that came out about the Giants' hitting philosophy. And they were saying the hitting philosophy was swing it as hard as you can when you get your pitch. You're not adjusting to the pitches. If you get your pitch, swing as hard as you can. And that's I see that with Wade. It's like if he gets his pitch, he'll swing. But if he doesn't get his pitch and it's still a strike, he just won't swing. So I don't know if that's I know that the hitting philosophy is going to change. But I don't know how much that'll affect Wade. And honestly, I don't know how much that's going to affect this roster. Because if that was their hitting philosophy, that affects everybody.
Oh yeah, we mentioned that very early on in this show when it first started. We talked about the Giants hitting philosophy all the way down to the minors about what exactly they were teaching, because we were seeing it. They were taking a lot of 2-strike pitches right down the middle because they were guessing. You can't guess.
All right.
Baseball.
Here's the list, guys. 1 through 38. Are you guys able to see that on the screen?
Yeah, we see it.
All right. There's the first 9. Look at your numbers, guys. There's your numbers as we draw this. Then we're going to go 10 through 18. Guys got your numbers there? Everybody see that? 10 through 18. Dr. Dilly at 15. I see Philip. Gilaz, OTB, 16, 29 or 9, 18. All right, 19 through 28. 19 is Eagles music fan. Oh, I like the Eagles too. That's one of my favorite bands all time. Bora in there at 25. Low Steve. What is this? Nepotism.
I want the Indians hat.
Hepatitis CVA later. 28. 29. Drew, it's been a long night. Yes, it has been, Drew. All the way down to 38. Eddie K's. Number 39. We don't have a 39.
Nope.
All right. If we win, respin.
There's two different Georges. Georgia
of the jungle. Watch out for that tree.
Which George is number 3?
Hold on. Let me look.
Dan, add 39 DL Media or Meta.
39?
DL.
Just DL?
Yeah, DL.
I don't think I can add it, Ryan. Okay, 39's DL. Okay. And we were looking at George at 3. Who is 3? We've got George at 3 and George at 11. Ryan, which George is George? We got 2 Georges.
Because remember, we had this problem with the Giants tickets with Spencer and Spencer.
Right. Well, let's just hope George doesn't win. Sorry, George. Sorry, Georges. We'll figure out the controversy at the time if George
put
wins.
It up. Let's see it spin 1 through 39.
All right. Can you guys see it there?
And is this just for the hat?
This is for the hat. Then we're going to do the shirt. DL's 39. Here we go, guys. For the hat.
Los, do you know your number? I forgot mine.
Yeah. Ooh.
23.
Oh, man, that sucks. I was 22.
23.
I thought it was 24. 23 got it.
Ranmatendo 77. Los was 22.
Oh man!
Buy your own dang hat, Los.
Dan would have been hot if I won.
Where is he? Is he? Woo, woo, woo,
He's
woo.
on there. He's all excited.
All right. What we got to do here is email NorCal Sports Network. Let me see if we can put the banner up in your email.
Right there.
Yeah. NorCal Sports Network at Gmail. There it is. Just email me, email me your real name so I don't have to address it to Rentendo 77. How do you say that? Let me see.
Matendo.
You were 25.
Yeah, just email me your name, address, and zip code, and we will put this in the mail tomorrow. And who knows how long it takes to get from Arizona to where
now the Niners.
Now we got the Niners. Do we have any more that want to jump in real quick? We're going in 2 minutes. Can you put up the email again? Put up the email again.
Put me in as 40.
Right.
Just NorCal Sports Network at Gmail. NorCal Sports Network at gmail.com. We'll put Lou in at 40. What if that's his actual last name? It could be. I just didn't know. Yeah, could be. If it is, that's fine. All right. Ranman.
Tendo.
No, it's not Tendo. It's
it is.
Tato.
Tendo.
Tendo. That's the N.
Like Nintendo.
Nintendo. Mentato. Nah, it's not Nintendo.
There's an N. There's an N there.
There's an N.
How do you skip the N?
But it's not Tendo. It's Tato.
I'm gonna start calling you Dad.
Tendo. Tendo. Tendo.
Tendo.
Where are you getting man? Maten. Oh,
yeah,
wait.
Matendo.
Oh, okay. You're sorry. Bad night. Bad night. I couldn't get out the word whatever the word is.
Philanthropy.
Hey, Matendo. If I win the Niners thing, I'll swap for the hat. I got enough Niner stuff.
Yeah, we got another giveaway at 3,500, guys. We'll be doing another giveaway for 2 tickets to a sports game at 4K and another merch giveaway at 3,500. So spread the word, y'all. There you go. Dan,
we're also doing videos, right, Dan?
Yeah, we got a bunch of videos out there. And, hey, look, this is a Major League Baseball. This one is old. This is a Rawlings.
Who's it signed by?
It's not signed by, but it was hit off the bat of Willie McCovey. Pitching was Don Robinson in 1979. This ball is 45 years old, but it feels good it feels really good. Guys, be tuned in here to NorCal Sports Network. Once I get these baseballs all signed by Giants players, I don't know how many will be different players. It depends on who's down working out at Papago, Giants facility, off-season and spring training facilities. But I'm going to meet up with Casey Schmidt. Los and I will sit down with Casey. Maybe a couple of the other guys will go out and have a nice lunch together and after one of their workouts, and we'll get these balls signed. I'm going to have a dozen of them, maybe more, and we'll be giving one away probably every night. So if you want to sign baseball, let me get rid of this. Do we have any more that want to enter? We're getting ready to enter into the number pick. We're going to make Lou.
I'm 40. Who's sponsoring this? Yogurtshack? Yeah, yes. My favorite.
Yeah, sponsored by Yogurtshack. I'm surprised for a 49er sweatshirt with a hoodie that we don't have 75 people signed up that say giveaway. That's okay.
Because they're not winning.
When do we get to the regular
There's no
season?
playoffs this year. I just want it to stay warm during the winter.
When do we get to Giants season and you can sit with Lou and I at a baseball game in the front row? Huh?
Yep.
That'll be something.
Lou, do you bring a glove every day to the ballpark?
Nah.
All right, here we go. Spencer says his grandmother moved faster than this.
Players.
Yeah, you got
Foul balls just don't happen.
All right, here we go. Remember your guys' number. Do we need to show the numbers again, or you guys remember?
We remember.
All right. We're going 1 through 4. We're going 1 through 40 this time.
What size is it down?
I think it's a double XL.
I hope whoever wins it isn't a small or medium. I'm a 2XL.
Double XL.
I'm a 2XL. It works for me. I know. I was in the 2XL.
All right. Go ahead and remove the email so we can see the whole picker here.
Give me a large.
All right, here we go, guys. Random picker, 1 through 40. George is number 3 and number 11. We don't know which George it is. And we've also got 39 is Bora, right?
I'm not 39, no.
No. Who's 39? Somebody we added 39.
LD, I think.
LD Greenwood, Pittsburgh Steelers. Or was that whatever. And number 40 is Lou, right? Here we go. Number 1, I think.
Oh, so close.
Who was number 1? It was the first guy in. He deserves it. Look at that. It goes to Rob C. Yes. Where you at, Rob? You're the winner. Rob C. All right. There we go.
And he's a Niner fan. Even better.
You know what? Put
Congrats,
the link in the
Rob.
chat. Put the link in the chat, Ryan. We'll have Rob step in real quick, and Ryan can show him his new sweatshirt or hoodie. Go ahead and put Rob says thank you. Rob, we're going to put the link on.
It looks pretty nice.
Attaboy, Rob.
Way to go, Rob. Put the link in there for Rob and Nintendo. Rob Nintendo. We'll have them both come on. We'll get to meet them. We've met Rob. Rob's been in here before. Where's the link, Ryan?
Rob's not 5'7", 140 pounds, is he?
I don't think so.
Be.
Better not.
Give it as a Christmas present.
Yeah, there you go.
Where's the link? It's coming. I need to go back to college. I know you. Here's the link. There's the link. Come on in, Rob. We'll Rob's been on the show. It's been a long time, but he used to come into the show and talk Giants baseball. So Rob wins the 49er. I think he's a 49er fan.
Yeah,
pretty sure Rob is.
Logo.
If Rob wants to come in, he can join real quick. We're going to get out of here very shortly. We've been going 2.5 hours. This is a longer show than we normally like to do, but it was fun tonight. We had the full crowd. We're celebrating 3,000 subs. And guys, if you missed some of the announcements, Ned Coletti will be joining NorCal Sports now on a twice-a-month basis on Sunday evenings. We've got Bobby Evans, new advisor to Buster Posey, coming on the show here within the next 4 to 5, 6 days or so. Had a flight tonight. He said he'll come back. He will join us. He'd love to join. And we've got some new things we'll be announcing. So I don't think Rob's going to be coming on. That's okay. Hope Springs Eternal says it's rigged. Our producer says, how is it rigged? Yeah. Can't rig a random thing when you have no control when it's going to stop. That's for darn sure. It says I have to use StreamYard app. Oh, yeah. You've been on before with the same StreamYard app. Just click on it. Just click on it, Rob, and it'll bring you in, and then continue as your Gmail or something like that. Guys, good show tonight. We'll have to have a little friendly wager, whoever gets the most picks right. What do you think?
We should do like a full board then.
What do you mean full board?
Like,
yeah, you're gonna have to write them down so we can remember.
Oh, we'll just go back and watch this.
No, we should do like all free agents.
Oh.
Or not all free agents, but not just the top 20.
I know one that's not coming true.
Me too.
Yeah.
Blake Snell to the A. Sorry, Lou.
That's classic.
That made the show. That you made my night, Lou. You always do.
We should make a short out of that.
Yeah. Lou, you need some yogurt right now?
I could use some. I just can't afford it right now. What do I get if I'm a member? Do I get anything extra?
Yeah, you get a couple of gift certificates.
It's the holidays. I need my bonus for being a member.
You get a $5 gift certificate, not one, but two. $10.
That's a bargain.
Yeah. So go get yourself some yogurt over there in Danville, Lafayette. Great place. Had it many times, except I go for the non-dairy one.
So no luck with the winners, huh?
Well, we got winners. Let me just make sure I got their addresses before we get out of here, and make sure they actually did email me. Okay, I got Remintendo 77. Hey, you sent me your name, but you didn't send me your address. Remintendo 77, I do need your address. I got your email. It says address is below, but it did not show up. So please send me your address again. And Rob C, NorCal Sports Network at gmail.com. I need your address to NorCal Sports Network at gmail.com. Send me that. We'll send you the sweatshirt. Okay. Really appreciate that. Guys, we can't get the goods out to you if I don't have your address. So make sure you do send that to me right away. Winner for the hat. I got it, but I don't have your address. It says his name and address is below, but it's not below.
He said he'll resend.
Oh, wait a minute. I got it. I just had to push the buttons. You got to remember who you're dealing with. A technical misfit. I got your address. There we go. Look, guys, I'll show it to you. It had his name, and then it had 3 little dots, and I'm supposed to press the 3 dots. I didn't know that. I don't want to show his name because maybe he doesn't want it shown. So, but I got it. Appreciate it. All the way in Vegas. All right, so we got that, and we need Rob C. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back. Check out our videos. We got a couple coming out tomorrow. One on Hall of Fame, Ichiro, and some Warriors videos coming out tomorrow. And we'll be back live tomorrow night after the Warriors Atlanta Hawks right around 9:30, 9:45 tomorrow night. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all of you. We'll see you tomorrow.